Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the purpose of 90-day reporting. Oftentimes, it's not the best thing to question the purpose of things that bureaucracies do, not because it's a bad thing to question it from the standpoint of, is this a good idea? Is this effective? Those are reasonable questions that reasonable people can have. Bureaucracies are not reasonable per se. Bureaucracies are like a glacial mob, if you will. And by mob, I mean like a big group of people that does things that are irrational, but instead of being like a mob like you see on the street, a mob of people that goes crazy about some issue or just goes crazy generally and riots or does something like this, they're like glacial. They just sort of exist over time, and then they put out directives and protocols that don't make a lot of sense sometimes. That being said, the 90-day reporting thing, it is a product of law, as I'll get into in a moment. But yeah, I think you could throw this in the sort of file of nonsensical things that kind of get institutionalized. Thought of making this video after reading a recent comment on our channel. Out of pure curiosity, what purpose does the 90 days reporting serve? I understand the point of TM30. If a tourist can't be reached, for example, by relatives during their stay, authorities can at least provide information of where a person's latest reported location was and have somewhere to start looking. But the 90-day reporting for, say, someone on a retirement or other long-stay visa, after 3 months, you can literally be anywhere in the world. How is this information useful to the authorities or anyone else? Well, first of all, point of fact, maybe don't look at it from a usefulness perspective. Look at it from, first off, just a pure legal perspective. This is a requirement that was created under the provisions of the 1979 Immigration Act. So it's just a legal requirement. Immigration has to do it, strictly speaking. So it's just required by law. The only way to get that to go away is to change the law. Next, and something that, again, up until now, we didn't see a lot of usefulness about it because, again, it was a paper system, and who's going to go through all that paper and figure all that out? If anything, we're actually seeing the usefulness of it in this moment. And we're seeing it, we've just recently saw it. I've done videos on what's going down in Phuket. And down in Phuket, they have been using the digital records of people to figure out the differential between how many entries and exits they've had, and then they figured out the percentage differential and then gone through and figure out who didn't leave, so who may be on overstay. And then they've gone in and using the TM30 system and using 90-day reporting and things, figured out where people were living and then used that to go around and start finding some people, or at least contacting landlords and figuring out if people were still on those premises, and then going out and actually arresting them, apprehending them for overstay. In fact, we recently got contacted by Thai immigration directly because we were noted down. This was a work permit situation, and we had dealt with the work permit, so they knew that we were on the case. They contacted us and said, hey, where's so-and-so? You know, this person, they haven't renewed their visa. And we were sort of at first kind of worried, and we went back through our records and we said, oh, so-and-so passed away. They died. And that was very sad. But yeah, in the interim, they had passed away. Thai immigration didn't know this. They hadn't been notified. There's no reciprocity and notification over to Thai immigration from either the police or the U.S. Embassy. In this case, it was an American that was involved. The embassy didn't notify Thai immigration this person had died, so they didn't know that they were dead. But they were using these tools, again, 90-day reporting being one of them, to figure out if people were on overstay. And I think we're going to see this more and more, where these tools, TM30, 90-day reporting, are going to continue to be used in an effort to ascertain whether or not folks are here in Thailand lawfully, and if they're not, to go ahead and apprehend them, deport them, and presumably place them on things like the blacklist so they can't return to the Kingdom of Thailand.